In this example, we want to find the ordered pair that represents the vector from A, so that'll be our initial point, to B, which is negative 1, 3. Then we're going to find the magnitude and also the direction of that vector. Sometimes it's useful to plot these. So if we make A up here, so that would be 2, 4, and then negative 1, 3 might be right here, and that's B. This vector is going to look something like this. So we're expecting both the x and the y components here to be negative. We need to go from A to B left and down. To represent vector AB in a vector ordered pair, we want to look at the x value of the terminal point, which is negative 1, and then subtract the initial point's x value. Then we're going to take the y value, which is 3 of the terminal point, and subtract the initial point's y value. So we wind up with negative 3, negative 1 as our vector ordered pair here. In the question, we're also asked to find the magnitude and the direction. So we'll write the magnitude of vector AB, and that's going to be the square root of negative 3 squared plus negative 1 squared. Working this out, we've got 9 plus 1 underneath, so that's going to be the square root of 10. And if you need to approximate that, you can just type that in your calculator. The direction, we're going to want to use the inverse tangent here. So theta will be the inverse tangent, and then we're going to do the opposite or y value over the x value. And right now I'm just looking at the vector ordered pair up there at the top. Now, if we type this in our calculator, remember to use the inverse tangent here, we're going to get about 18.4 degrees. There's one problem with this, and if we take a look above and over to the left-hand side, right up here, we can see that the vector actually is not going in the direction of 18.4 degrees. 18.4 degrees would be like that direction. And as a matter of fact, both the x and the y are negative, so we know that this will be a quadrant 3 angle. So the thing that we have to remember when solving these with the calculator is that the calculator will only give us values for the inverse tangent that are in the first and fourth quadrant. If our angle is in the second or third, we just need to add 180 degrees. So the approximate measure of the angle that we really want is 198.4 degrees, and that makes better sense with our diagram drawn just below the example 2.